So as I sit here in June and had some time to reflect on the Washington Commanders' off-season moves, it seems as if the theme of this off-season was take a chance. Whether it's Eddie Goldman, a guy that you simply don't know what you're getting from considering the fact that he walked away from the game and retired before, you don't even know if he's going to make it through August in training camp. And same with Michael Gallup. I am a huge fan of the acquisition of Michael Gallup, but he retired before. I think his case is a little bit different because he missed the game, and he simply said that in his interview, like, I retired, but I knew I missed the game and still had a lot left in the tank. So I don't think Michael Gallup's thing is going to be him walking away again, but about can he make this roster and beat some of the other guys out. And now to the bigger acquisitions, more of what this video is tailored around. You got a guy like Laramie Tunsil from the Houston Texans, where he didn't play his best ball last season, and a lot of Texans fans were disappointed in the showing that they got from the star left tackle, hence to why he was traded. Now, it wasn't all Laramie Tunsil's fault, as the whole offensive line didn't perform up to expectation, but they were quick to get him out of Houston, and simply because they wanted to go in a younger direction, not because Laramie ain't have no ball left in him. Granted, again, he didn't come off his best season, but it was because they wanted to go in a younger direction. And now this video brings me to the main two stars of this video, Javon Kinlaw and Deebo Samuel. Not only did these guys' former teams just simply give up on them, the media did too. As in the eyes of the media, these guys are no good. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career and he's already milking injuries? Like,
stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's low, but can I? She's confident.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about Deebo Samuel and Javon Kinlaw and how they're ready to prove everybody, including the media, wrong. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified and upload new videos like this to the channel. Thank you so much. Let's get straight to it. Now let me ask you this, and be real with me. If you were a media personality right now and you had to cover a story on Javon Kinlaw and Deebo Samuel, what is the first thing to come to your mind? For Javon Kinlaw, it's probably the simple fact that he's on his third team in 3 years, and how the former first-round pick has not panned out to what they thought he was going to be in San Francisco. And also, I can't forget to mention the off-the-field issues, especially the ones that he had with a former media personality of the San Francisco 49ers.
Stop making it seem like I came about you at a cowardly way. I came at you man to man, brother. Put some respect on my name, bro. You don't know me. You don't know where I'm from, bro. Put some respect on my name, brother. I'm a man just like you.
Javon, you're going to come in on my channel and tell me what to say and what not to say?
Yeah, that's always a tough watch for me, man. Simply because you never know what Javon Kinlaw was going through in that video. I'm more than certain he knew that at that point in time, he was not living up to the expectation of a first-round pick of the San Francisco 49ers, dealing with a bunch of injuries as well, and you never know these guys' personal life. And then on the flip side with Grant Cohen, you don't know what his intentions truly were besides getting the story. And he was just doing his job, right? Of course, as a media member, you have to call these guys out. You have to hold them accountable when you're covering a specific team. It was just a very bad situation for both parties involved, and this is unfortunately the most popular moment that people are going to remember for Javon Kinlaw up until this time, and it's put him in a bad space with the media. Now, is this who I think Javon Kinlaw really is? Heck no. And you got that sense soon as he came to Washington and sat down with our media team. You heard how humble he is, how family oriented he is, and how grateful he is for this opportunity presented by the Washington Commanders. And I think Javon Kinlaw is going to have a really, really good season for us. However, again, for the simple fact that up until this point, he has not solidified himself as a dominant defensive tackle, or the stats aren't through the roof and backing up the first-round selection years ago, everybody thinks about Javon Kinlaw in that negative light. And he's here in Washington trying to change that, and I think he will. Because although he doesn't have have the statistical stats to back up his season last year with the New York Jets. That was the best year he's had ever, and he was healthy for the first time really in his career, and his trajectory continues to go up. And if we trust anybody with making a decision like giving Javon Kinlaw the bag, it's Adam Peters. Adam Peters knows Javon Kinlaw. He was there when they drafted him, and Javon Kinlaw loves Adam Peters, and he simply said Adam Peters took a chance on him and he believes in him. And that's nothing that you wouldn't want more from a person, is to believe in you. Like, that's the biggest thing in life, knowing that you have someone in your corner, knowing somebody deeply believes in you even when the rest of the media or the world is against you, bro. That's going to make you want to play for that person that much harder. And that's simply what I think we're getting out of Javon Kinlaw, because when everybody was against you, when the media was against you, when teams didn't want to sign you because they say, man, this guy's a nutcase or his stats aren't good, he isn't producing, a guy like Adam Peters took a chance on you. And I think, again, when you have a guy that's taking a chance on you when nobody else is, that's going to make you want to ball out for him even more. So I'm expecting big things from Javon Kinlaw. Now let me ask you this same question, but for Deebo Samuel. If you were a media personality, a writer, journalist, whoever may have you, what do you think the biggest story would be coming out of this past season for Deebo?
Deebo Samuel almost needs to get benched at this point.
Let's talk about Deebo Samuel. He's not having a good year. Can't get away. Looks old. Looks slow.
Deebo's not really playing up to Deebo standards.
Into it. In fact, Deebo Samuel ultimately puts his hand on the neck of the long snapper and pushes.
Yep, I figured that. He's fat. He's a fat running back. He's not good. He's not a receiver. He can't stay healthy. He's not a team player. He's a diva. He dresses weird. This, that, and the third, all negative about Deebo Samuel. But Adam Peters says, you know what? Let me save you, young man, and take a chance on you. Now, this one is hard for me to understand, because 2-3 years ago, the media was all on Deebo Samuel's line. Oh, he's the next big wide receiver up. Who's doing it like Deebo Samuel, both as a receiver and in the backfield? He was the media's darling. Now you fast forward 2 years later, the media has nothing to say positive about this man, but instead everything is negative around this guy's name. Now I get it, right? Once you put that really good season out there, the standard is changed for you. Deebo Samuel had 1,400 yards in 2021, and since then he hasn't been able to crack 1,000. Now I will say this about Deebo Samuel, let's just call it what it is. That was an anomaly of a season, because who the hell, unless you're just the greatest wide receiver of all time, putting up 1,400 yards seasons in 4 straight years. He had 18.2 yards a reception that season, and since then he had 11.3 yards per reception, and he had 14.9 in 2023 and 13.1. So he simply is still being productive when he's out there, but his total yards as a receiver aren't on the level of 2021. Every NFL player has that one breakout season, and it's different ever since then. I'm not saying any excuses for Deebo Samuel, because yes, he should have produced since 2021. He should have been able to crack at least $1,000, but when you're not staying healthy, when your team isn't staying healthy, and when you're facing adversity as a team, and then they simply paid Brandon Ayuk and gave him that #1 wide receiver money over Deebo Samuel, and your certainty for your future is uncertain at the time, it definitely can be a factor. Now, he's in a space where he's back at ground zero. He's back to prove everybody wrong, not just the media, but teams like the 49ers that didn't want to pay him, or other teams that didn't want to trade for him, or that didn't want to sign him, and players that they valued over him. He's out for blood, man. He's out to get paid. So I simply see Deebo Samuel turning back the clock to 2021 and having a similar season. Now, I'm not going to stand and say bro going to have 1,400 again this year, but I definitely expect him to be more productive in a system that is catered more to his strengths. Now, I think we have a play caller in Cliff Kingsbury who's really good and loves versatile players, so he can do so many different play variations, route concepts, and different things, motions of that sort for Deebo Samuel, just with him alone. And then I think we have a better quarterback. I do think Brock Purdy's really solid, but I think Jaden Daniels is better in every aspect, can get the ball to him in so many different ways on the football field. And who are we kidding? We have a better supporting cast for Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel is going to be backed by Terry McLaurin protecting him. Terry McLaurin is the true #1 on this team, and we know Brandon Ayuk ain't on Terry McLaurin's level. I think Brandon Ayuk is solid, but he's not Terry McLaurin. So having a true number one to protect you, man, it's gonna be different for Deebo, because now all he has to do is be the number two option. And yeah, they paid Brandon Ayuk to be the number one option, you know what I'm saying? But is he really that number one option how we truly think, or is Brandon Ayuk a really good high level wide receiver too? That's a question that's going to be answered this season, since he's going to be coming back off a torn ACL. I think highly of Brandon Ayuk, but he's not on Terry McLaurin's level. So I not only think we have a better quarterback, we have a better supporting cast, better play caller, and the culture is damn good here, in the words of Bruce Allen, man. So I know these two guys are ready to prove the media wrong, because these guys are so viewed poorly by the media, and I'm trying to be the one that views them in a positive light. Not just because I'm a Washington Commanders fan, but because I want to get to know the players under the shoulder pads. And looking at these guys from the outside in, these are two good gentlemen, two good dudes that loves ball, that loves their family, and just wants to win. So I think we got us two players that's going to help us be successful here in Washington, y'all. Let me know what you think about this video down below in the comment section. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you want to reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy out there. Peace.
I'm a real skin fan. Point blank, period.
I'm just like, yo, like, they just won the NFC Championship, so, like, they getting used to winning, so, like, why not? Yeah. So you get what I'm saying? And I'm kind of familiar with AP and kind of known Terry a good bit.
Ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a laundry.